Good morning, dear students. My name is Ferhan Mazher, and the subject today we are studying is Cambridge O Levels Mathematics Syllabus D. We call these subjects D Math 4024. Today we have set our hearts to solve a paper 2 of this subject. For this purpose, we have selected May June 2017 2-1 paper. This paper 2 belongs from the Zone 1. The time allowed for this paper is 2 hours and 30 minutes, and the scientific calculator is allowed in this paper. This paper is of total 100 marks. In this video, I'm going to present you the solution of this paper to the best of my knowledge, my abilities, and my understanding. Let's start. May June 2017 2-1. Mathematics Syllabus D, Paper 2. 100 marks total, 2 hours 30 minutes allowed. Question number 1, showing up on your screen. Trevor has a collection of 54 toy vehicles. Of these, 24 are cars, 12 are vans, and the rest are trucks. So we can find the number of the trucks from 54, which is the total toys. Subtract 24 and 12, you will get the number of the trucks, and they will be 18. Write the ratio of the cars to vans to trucks. So car ratio van ratio trucks we have to show. Simple, straightforward question. So the trucks are 54 minus 24 minus 12, and that will be 18. So I can write the ratio, car ratio van ratio trucks. It will be 24 ratio 12 ratio 18. So you can simplify all of them with the 6. So when you cancel with the 6, so you will have 4 ratio 2 ratio 3. So 4 ratio 2 ratio 3 is the answer. Our answer is right. This is the solution. Question number 1, and it's B part. He says, Trevor decides that it is time. It's a 2 marks question. Trevor decides that it is time to reduce his collection of vehicles. He sells C cars, V vans, and T trucks. The C, V, and T are basically representing the number of those vehicles which he has sold. C means the number of cars he has sold. V means the number of vans he has sold out of his collection. And the T means the number of the trucks he sold. He finds that the ratio of the cars to the vans to the truck is now 2 ratio 2 ratio 1. That means the remaining, after the sale, the remaining cars, vans, truck, their ratio is 2 ratio 2 ratio 1. Because in the ratio you have simplified it. So I will show you how this proceeds. Find C, V, and T, given that C, V, and T is the number of the cars, vans, and trucks sold. Given that he has sold at least one of each type of the vehicle. At least he has to sell one from each type. The smallest possible number of the vehicles. And this is the smallest possible number of vehicles sold. Because the ratio of the remaining is given, that is 2 ratio 2 ratio 1. So if the truck is 1, the van is 2, and the car is also 2. It's a star question. Remember this. This is not a simple question. It's a star question. Okay. So because the ratio of the remaining vehicles is given. So if the truck is 1, then the van is 2, and the car is also 2. That is the ratio. They gave us this. If the trucks are 2, then the vans remaining will be 4, and the car will be also 4. If the trucks are 3, the remaining trucks are 3, then the vehicles, the vans will be 6, and the cars will be also 6. If the trucks remaining are 4, then the vans remaining will be 8, and the cars remaining will be also 8. So you see, I am just multiplying it with the same number. Okay. If the trucks remaining are 5, then the van remaining will be 10, and the cars remaining will be also 10. If the trucks are 6, the remaining trucks are 6, and you know, then the vans will be 12 and the cars will be 12. This is not, this situation and this situation is not possible. Why? The reason is because the number of the vans are how much? 12. The number of vans are 12. So if the remaining cars are also 12, that means that he has not sold the van. So he said at least one from each type you have to sell. So this is not possible. And you have to sell least possible number of cars. So this is the best option. That means the remaining trucks are 5 and the vans remaining are 10 and the cars remaining are 10. Why this is the most suitable thing? Here the least number of cars and vehicles have been sold and each type of vehicle has been sold. If you go to this situation or this situation, then the vans have not been sold. If you go to come to this situation, this is not the smallest possible number of the vehicles sold. Okay, now once I know this, then I have to tell the cars sold. So there were 24 cars. So if the 10 cars are remaining, so how many cars they have sold? That means 24 minus 10, that's 14. If the vans were 12, so if the remaining vans are 10, then how many the vans they have sold? That will be 12 minus 10, and that will be 2. If the trucks were 18 and now the remaining trucks are 5, how many trucks they have sold? That is 18 minus 5, that will be 13. So the remaining cars are 14, the remaining vans are 2, and the remaining trucks are 13. This B part is A star question, and I hope you understand this. It's a bit difficult, very tricky question, a 2 marks part, but it's a A star question. So we are on the question number 2. In 2016, Amira's income was $36,720. A part. This was 2% more than her income in 2015. What was her income in 2015? This is a question on reverse percentage in which we have to find an old value. In that old value, there was an increase of 2%. Okay. So suppose in 2015, the income was X dollars. So in 2016's income is X plus 2% of X, and that is 36,720. Okay, so here we go. So I will suppose X plus 2 by 100, X is equals to 36,720. I will take LCM on this side. So you will have 100X plus 2X divided by 100 equals to 36,720. So 102X divided by 100 equals to 36,720. So when you will make X alone, it will become 36,720 multiply 100 divided by 102, and you will get your answer will be 36,000. So her income in 2015 was $36,000. Sorry, 36,000. The answer is right. $36,000 is the right answer. Question number 2 is B part. In 2016, Amira used her income of $36,720 in the following ways. $12,000 was used for rent. So this much money went to rent. 2 by 5 of her income was used for food and to pay bills. 15% of her income was spent on leisure. The rest of her income was saved. What percentage of her income did she save? Okay, so the rent she paid is $12,000. The food and the bills is 2 by 5 of her income. So 2 by 5 multiply 36,720, that is $14,688. On layers, she has spent 15% of her income. So that is 15 by 100 multiply 36,720. So that will be $5,508. Now the savings is the remaining money. So from the total income, which is 36,720, subtract the rent, subtract the food and the bills, subtract the layer. So 36,720 minus 12,000 minus 14,688 minus 55 108. So you will left with the $4,524. So this money will be saved. So if you want to convert this into the percentage, so the saving divided by the income multiply 100. So it will become $4,524 divided by $36,720 multiply 100. So you will get 12.3%. So her saving is basically you can say 12.3%. So sir, 12.3% is the right answer. This is the solution. You can pause the video if you want more time with it. Okay, so we are done with the question number 2. Now we are going to the next question, that is question number 3. Humanities is the subject which are in the humanity. They are geography, history, and the religious study. The science subjects are physics, chemistry, and biology. Student has to choose one humanities subject and 2 different science subjects. So one subject you have to choose from here, and the ones then from here you have to choose 2 subjects. Okay, so here are some options. For example, if you choose geography, from here you can use physics and chemistry. For example, if you choose geography, you can choose chemistry and physics and biology. If, for example, if you have selected geography, you can choose physics and biology, or I'm sorry, chemistry and biology. Then let me show you. Their question is, complete the table below, show 2 possible outcomes. It's a 2 marks question. Very simple, straightforward question. So here you can see I have written this, geography, biology, and chemistry. If he chooses history, he can choose physics and chemistry, history, physics and biology, history, bio and chemistry. For example, he chooses religious studies. With it, he can use physics and chemistry, religious studies, physics and biology, religious studies, bio and chemistry. So you see, so here how many possibilities are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So there are total 9 combinations which are possible. Okay, then their question is B part. Question number 3, B part. Khalif chooses his subjects at random. Find the probability that he chooses geography. Okay. So if you look at here, geography, out of 9 options, there are 3 options in which you have geography. So the probability of selecting geography is 3 by 9. So when you cancel it, you simplify it, it becomes 1 by 3. So 1 by 3 is the right answer. Then they say find the probability that he chooses physics. So from here count where you have physics. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So out of 9, there are 6 options where you have physics. So it will be 6 by 9. When you simplify it, it will become 2 by 3. So 2 by 3 is the answer. Then the third part, they say find the probability that he chooses both religious studies and chemistry. Okay. So religious studies and chemistry. Okay, where is the religious studies and chemistry? Here and here. So in 2 places we have religious studies and chemistry. So you will have 2 by 9. So 2 by 9 is the right answer, sir. So let me reduce the size so you can see the whole solution together. Okay, so let's check also. Question number 3 we are talking about. 1 by 3, 2 by 3, 2 by 9, the right answers. And you can also check this. So our answers are right. Okay, so this is the whole thing. Okay, we are going to the next question. The question number 4, he says a matrix A, is 2, 0, 4, minus 1. The B matrix is 2, minus 1, 6, minus 1. The first A, question number 4, A part, its first portion is find BA. So you have to write the matrix B and you have to multiply it with the matrix A. So very simple. So from here, I will take rows. From here, I will take columns. So 2 2s are 4. Minus 1 multiply 4 is 4. So 4 minus 4. Then this first row will multiply with the second column. 2 zeros are 0. Minus 1 multiply with the minus 1 is plus 1. Now this second row will multiply. It will multiply with the first column. Then it will multiply with the second column. So 6 multiplied 2 is 12. And minus 1 multiplied 4 is minus 4. 12 minus 4. 6 multiplied 0 is 0. Minus 1 multiplied minus 1 is plus 1. So now you will have the final answer will be 4 minus 4 is 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. 12 minus 4 is 8. 0 plus 1 is 1. So my answer is 0, 1, 8, and 1. Let's check. 0, 1, 8, 1. 0, 1, 8, 1. So our answer is right. Okay. Now they asked me the second part. They want me to find out the B inverse. How you find the B inverse? You will take this matrix and you will find its determinant. Then you will find its adjoint. Then you will apply the formula that the B inverse is equals to 1 by B determinant into adjoint of the B. So let me show you how this is done. First of all, I will take this matrix B, and I will find out this will multiply with this, then this will multiply with this. You put negative between them. So this is how you find the determinant. So 2 multiply minus 1, minus 6 multiply with minus 1. So minus 2 plus 6, and the determinant will be 4. Then I will find the adjoint. These two members, their position will be interchanged with each other. And these two members, their signs will be changed. So the adjoint of B will be minus 1, 1, minus 6, 2. B inverse will be 1 by B determinant into the adjoint of the B. So B inverse will be 1 by 4. And the adjoint of B is minus 1, 1, minus 6, 2. So this is the answer. I hope you understand how we have found the B inverse. You can look at the marking scheme also. This answer is right. This answer is right, sir. I hope you know how this is done. Okay. Then we have question number 4, and it's the B part. He says, given that A plus 2C is equals to 3B, find the C. We have the value of the matrix A. We have the value of the matrix B. I can put those values here, and I can make the C alone, and I will be able to find the matrix C. So here we go. So 2C plus 3B minus A. So 2C will be equals to, I have rearranged that equation, 3, and the matrix B is 2 minus 1, 6 minus 1. Then you have minus, and the matrix A is 2, 0, 4 minus 1. So this 3 will multiply with all the members here. So it will become 6 minus 3, 18 minus 3, minus 2, 0, 4 minus 1. 6 minus 2, minus 3 minus 0, 18 minus 4, minus 3 minus 1. So you will have 4 minus 3, 14, and minus 2. Now this 2 will go to the other side and it will divide there. So you will have C is equals to 1 by 2, 4 minus 3, 12, 14 minus 2. So if you divide all these members with the 2, you get 2 minus 3 by 2, 7, and minus 1. So my final answer is 2 minus 1.5. 3 by 2 means 1 by 5, 1.5, sorry, and 7 and minus 1. So this is how this is done. So this answer is right. And this answer is here. I hope you understand. If you want to pause the video, you can pause the video to take more time with this part. Question number 5 is coming up on your screen. He says the table below is for y is equals to x cube minus 3x minus 1. A part is complete the table. It's a 1-mark question. This value is missing. So what we will do, we will try to find out this value. So I will put in the place of x in this equation, I will substitute 3, and I will find out what is the value. So y will be equals to, in your calculator, you can write 3 cube minus 3 multiplied 3 minus 1, and that will be 17. So it's a graph of a cube, okay? So 17 is the right answer, sir. Okay. Then they say, here we have that grid. Oh my God. On the grid, draw the graph of y is equals to x cube minus 3x minus 1. This grid is already there. So I have this table. I will simply plot this table there. You see, at minus 3, you will have minus 19. And at minus 2, you will have minus 3. At minus 1, you will have 1. At 0, you will have minus 1. At 1, you have minus 3. At 2, you have 1. At 3, you have 17. So I'm going to plot these points. So you can see at minus 3, you can see we have plotted minus 19. At minus 2, we have minus 3. And at minus 1, you have positive 1. At 0, you have minus 1. At 1, you have minus 3. At 2, you have 1. And at 3, you have 17. So you plotted them. You see, because there was a lot of gap between these points, to draw a smooth curve, what I did, I took extra points. I took the point when the x is minus 2.5. I checked what is the y value. I also took when the x is minus 1.5, and when the x is minus 0.5, and when the x is 0.5, when the x is 1.5, when the x is 2.5. So I have taken all those points. Then I join them with smooth curve like this. And you know, this is a standard graph for the cubic equations. Okay. So I hope you will be able to do. If you have a hard copy of this paper, please plot these points. If you have a graph copy with you, you can plot these graphs on that. When you will plot them, then actually you will learn. Okay, so once we are done with this, then we have questions on it. The first question coming up on your screen is, it says, use your graph to solve x cubed minus 3x minus 1 equals to 0. You see, this is the main equation of that curve. And whatever is here, suppose this is equals to y. So y equals to 0, you will draw this line. This line is already here. This line is called y is equals to 0. So I am going to check the points where the main graph cuts the y-axis, x-axis, sorry, when the y is 0. Y is 0 is this line, Okay. So here it is minus 1.6, here it is minus 0.4, and here the x value when the graph cuts the x-axis or when it cuts the line y equals 0 is 1.85. So this is my answer. Okay, let's see. I have written this answer here. So the answer is minus 1.6, minus 0.4, and 1.8. Right? This is right. This is our answers are in these ranges. Okay. Okay. Then the D part. He says, use your graph to estimate the gradient of the curve when x is equals to minus 1.5. So I have to plot a tangent at minus 1.5. This is minus 1.5. So at this point, I have drawn this tangent. You can see this tangent. Tangent is a line which is touching the curve only on that point, which is x equals to minus 1.5. So then I will take 2 points on this tangent. For example, I take this point and I note down this point, and I will take their coordinates. So I have taken 2 points on that tangent, and 1 point I have taken on that tangent is coordinates are minus 3 comma minus 5. The other point which I have taken on that tangent is coordinates are 0 comma 6. Then I will apply the formula of the gradient. The formula of the gradient is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Just put those values here. So you will have 6 plus 5. and downstairs you will have 0 plus 3. It will be 11 by 3, and that is 3.7. So the gradient of the curve at that point is 3.7. They say it can be from 3 to 5. So our answer is right. Hopefully you understand. Here we have drawn that tangent, and with the help of that tangent we are able to do that. Then he says on the grid, this is the E part of the question number 5, his first portion. On the grid, draw the graph of y is equals to 4x plus 3. So I will make a small table for this. When the x is 0, the value of the y, when the x is 0, the value of y will be 3. When the x is 2, the value of the y will be 11. When x is 3 in this equation, the value of the y will be 15. When the x is minus 1, the value of the y will be also minus 1. Then what I will do, I will plot this point. Okay, so I will plot this point, these points I mean. So I plotted those points here, you can see. Then I joined them, so I got this line. This line is basically representing y is equals to 4x plus 3. So plot those points here, join them, it will be a straight line. Okay, once we are done with this, then they ask me the line y is equals to 4x plus 3 and the curve y is equals to x cubed minus 3x minus 1 can be used to solve the equation x cubed is equals to ax plus b. Find the values of the a and the b. It's a very famous question on the graph questions. So what I will do, I will make this line, equation of this line and the equation of this curve equals to each other. And I will rearrange them and it will be very easy then. Okay. Now you can see the line is, the curve is x cubed minus 3x minus 1. And the line is 4x plus 3. So I will equate them. I will make them equal. So you will have x cubed minus 3x minus 4x minus 1 minus 3 equals to 0. It will be x cubed minus 7x minus 4 equals to 0. So the x cube, I will arrange them like this shape. X cube is equals to 7x plus 4. So a value here is 7 and the b value here is 4. So 7 and 4 is the answer, which is the right answer, sir. Hopefully you understand. It's a famous, famous, famous question on the graph question. Okay, it says use your graph. This is the third part. Use your graph to find one of the negative solutions. One of the negative solutions of the x cube equals to ax plus b. So where this line and the curve, they intersect each other. Where that line and the curve intersect each other, I will note down their x coordinates. So the line and the curve intersected here and here and here. But here the x value is positive. So I'm interested in these 2 points. Here the x value is minus 2.3. Here the x value is minus 0.65. So I will note these values here. Minus 0. Sorry, I said 65. It is minus 0.4. Sorry. Okay. So I will note these 2 points, minus 2.3 and minus 0.4. These are the x coordinates of the points of intersection between that line and that curve. So I'm noting down only the points where the x value was negative. Now, in the answer, I have to write only one of them. So you can write minus 2.3 or you can write minus 0.4. So, yeah, you see, my answer is right. So this was question number 5. So we are going to the next question. That is question number 6. He says 6a part. Here we have a diagram. A, B, C, and D are 4 towns. B is 12 kilometers due north of A. So if I will prolong this, this is the north. Okay. So this angle here is how much? 180. Because he says B is 12 kilometer due north of A. Okay. C is 8 kilometer due east of A. So this angle is how much? This angle is 90. D is 15 kilometer due west of the B. So this angle is how much? This angle is 90. This angle will be also how much? 90. Their first question is calculate the distance of the B from C. So if you join B and C with each other, it's a right angle triangle. Very easily I can find the solution. If I join B and C, it's a right angle triangle. Its base and perpendicular will be 8 and the 12, and the BC will be the hypotenuse. And they are asking me to find the BC. So very easily I can find the BC. Okay. So this is that triangle. Okay. So I will apply the Pythagoras here. The BC square will be equals to the AB square plus AC square. So BC square will be equals to 12 square plus 8 square. So the BC square will be equals to 208. Take square root on both the sides. So the BC will be equals to 14.42. So the BC value is 14.42 kilometer, which is the right answer, sir. You can see question number 6A, first part. Okay. Question number 6A, second part. Calculate the bearing of the A from D. A from D means if you draw a north here, A from D. And this is the line joining the A and D. So basically their question is find this angle. So I need to know this angle, for example. I need to know this angle. I know that this is 90 degree. In 90 degree, I will add up this angle. And that will be the bearing of the A from D. Very simple. This angle is 90, 100% 90. I just need to know this. I know if I want to know this angle, you can find this and then from 180 subtract this and this. Or you can directly calculate this angle. It's a right angle triangle. It's very simple. Okay. So here what I did, I first of all I tried to find this angle. So the tan of the BAD, I'm trying to find out this angle. You can directly find this angle. Okay. And that time I just found this one first. Okay. So the tan of the BAD. So this is the base. This is the perpendicular. That will be equal to 15 by the 12 perpendicular by base. So the BAD will be equal to the tan inverse of the 1.25. And the BAD angle will be 51.34. Once I know this, and then I can find out, first of all, we have done that calculation. Then I will find out this angle, BDA. That will be 180 minus 90 minus 51.3. And it will be 38.7. Now the bearing of the A from the D will be this whole angle. This is 90, this is 38.7. Just add them up, and that is the bearing of the A from D. So it is 90 plus 38.7. That is 128.7. 128.7 degrees. That is the bearing of the A from D. 128.7 degrees. So that is the right answer, sir. I hope you understand how we have done this. Okay, here we have, he says B, here we have T, here we have S, this is north, okay. The diagram shows the positions of a clock tower T and a statue S drawn to a scale of 1 centimeter to 75 meter. Using measurement taken from the diagram, find the actual distance between T and the S. So with the help of the scale, with the help of a straight edge, measure the distance between T and S. That will be in centimeters. That is the distance on the map. And we know the scale. I will measure this angle, this length. So when I measured it, it was 6.5 centimeter. So I'm going to use the method of proportionality. So map and actual. If something is 1 centimeter on map, in actual it is 75 meters. If something is 6.5 centimeter on map, how much it in actual? So it will be x equals to 6.5 multiplied 75, and that will be 487.5 meter. 487.5 meter. Let's check. So our answer is in this range. He says a fountain F is situated 450 meter from T on a bearing of 210. So first of all, I will put, I will prolong this line. So from here till here, the bearing is 180 degree, but I want to draw a bearing of 210. So up to this point, I will prolong this line, this dotted line you can see. Up to this point is 180. So further, how much I have to draw? I have to draw 30 degrees. So I will put my protector here. And from here, I will put 0 and 30. I put a dot on 30. And I join this line. So now this bearing up till here is 180, 30 further. So the total bearing of is 210. Yeah, 210. Okay. Then I will open my compass and I will check 450 meter. And according to the scale, 75 meters are represented with 1 centimeter. So I will divide 450 meter with 75 meter and I will get 6 centimeters. So I will open my compass 6 centimeter. I will put the needle of the compass at T. Technically, we say I will take T as the center and I will draw an arc of 6 centimeter. So when this 6 centimeter arc cuts that bearing line, there is that point F. So I hope you understand how I have done this. My compass needle is here and my compass has a radius of 6 centimeter. So F is defined. F is here. Then they say their question is, this is the third part. Using the measurements taken from the diagram, find the bearing of the F from S. F from S. So I know this distance. I know this distance. And I can find this angle. Okay. Once I know this angle, then I can find this. This is the bearing of the F from S, 360 minus theta. So once I know this angle. Okay. So he says using measurements. So with the help of the scale, I will measure. So with the help of the scale, I will measure this angle. This angle is 116. He said using measurement. This angle will be 116, and from 360 subtract this 116, so you will get this angle. 360 minus 116, it will be 244. So the bearing of the F from S will be 244. So using measurements taken from the diagram, see, I measured this angle with the help of the protractor. So let's check if our answers are right. 242 to 248. 244. Yeah, our answer is in this range. Hopefully you understand. We have measured this theta, and then from 360 we have subtracted that. That's the bearing of, bearing is from that north you go clockwise. So here we have question number 7. It's A part. It says factorize completely. 12a square b minus 15abq. We have to factorize. So what is common between them? The common between them is 3 and a and b. Just take them common and it will be automatically factorized. Okay, so when you take 3ab common, so in the bracket you are left with 4a minus 5b square, bracket close. That is the right answer, sir. Let's check. Our answer is right. This is our answer. Perfect answer. Okay, question number 7 is B, first part. He says, write 4x squared plus 12x plus 9. If you look at here, this is a perfect square. If you look at here, this is a perfect square. Okay. So 4x square, that is 2x whole square. And this 9 is 3 square. This 12x is 2 into 2x into 3. So this is a square plus 2ab plus b square. So you can write it as 2x plus 3 whole square. This is factorization by using identity. I hope you understand. You can also do it by using midterm breaking. So 2x plus 3 whole square. 2x plus 3 whole square. This is factorization by identity. Then he says, hence solve 4x square plus 12x plus 9 equals to 49. Okay, so in the place of this, I write that whole square thing. So, this 4x square plus 12x plus 9, that can be 2x plus 3 whole square, and that 49 can be 7 whole square. So take square root on both the sides. So you will have 2x plus 3 equals to plus minus 7. So now they have two options. 2x plus 3 equals to plus 7. 2x plus 3 equals to minus 7. So do the calculation with both the options, and you will get two values of the x. One is x equals to 2, and the other one is x equals to minus 5. So x equals to 2 and x equals to minus 5. So this is how this is done. Hopefully you understand. Okay, question number 7 and its C part. He says express as a single fraction in its simplest form. So here you have p plus 1 whole thing divided by 2 minus p minus 3 whole thing divided by 4. I will take LCM. The LCM will be 4. So on your screen is showing I have taken the LCM. So when you divide this LCM with this denominator, you get 2. That 2 multiplies with this numerator. So 2 bracket p plus 1. When you divide this LCM with this denominator, you get 1. So that 1 will multiply with this numerator. Okay, so you will have minus 1 bracket p minus 3 bracket close. So now you will have 2p plus 2 minus p plus 3 whole thing divided by 4. It will be p plus 5 whole thing divided by 5. Divided by 4, sorry. P plus 5. And downstairs you will have 4. Let's check. P plus 5 divided by 4 is the right answer, sir. Okay. Now we have the question number 7 and its D part. He says solve. Solve means to find the value of that variable. So here we have 2 bracket 3m plus 4 bracket close less than 3. Okay. So very simple. We can open it. So you will have 6m plus 8 less than 3. Take this plus 8 to the other side. You will have 6m less than 3 minus 8. 6m less than minus 5. M less than minus 5 by 6. So m is less than minus 5 by 6. M is less than minus 5 by 6 is the right answer, sir. So we are going to the next question, and the next question is question number 4. Question number, 8, and it's a part. Okay. So we are on question number 8. So its A part is complete the diagram for the pattern 4. So if you look at the first 3 patterns which are already given, here on the corner you have 1, 1, and 1 shaded, and in the center you have 6 shaded squares. Here you have 6 shaded squares, and on this you have 2 shaded square. Here you have 2 shaded square. Here you have 2 shaded square. Here you have 2 shaded squares. Here in the third pattern, you have 6 squares shaded in the center. Here you have 3 shaded squares. 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 So in the fourth pattern, you will have 4 here, 4 shaded squares here, and the 4 shaded squares here, 4 shaded squares here, and in the center you will have these 6 shaded squares. So what? Shade them with proper pencil. Let me show you. I have done this. So here you can see I have done this. And hopefully you know how this is, the pattern 4 has been completed. Okay, here one thing is very important. If you look at here you have 5, here you have 4 squares, here you have 7 squares, here you have 6 squares, here you have 9 squares, here you have 8 squares, here you have 11 squares, here you have 10 squares. This is 4, 6, 8, 10. This is 5, 7, 9, 11. So you can see this pattern. The total squares here are 5 multiply 4, 20, 7 multiply 6, 42, 9 multiply 8, 72, 11 multiply 10, that is 110. I hope you pay attention to this. Okay, they say that the table below shows some of the information for the number of the tiles in the pattern N. So pattern 1, pattern 2, pattern 3, pattern 4, pattern 5. Here you have the number of the gray tiles. So in the first pattern, you have 10 tiles. In the second pattern, you have 6 plus 8, that's 14. Here you have 6 plus 12, and that is 18. Here you will have 6 plus 16, and that will be 22. So then you will have 26. So if you pay attention, it is 4 added, 4 added, and 4 added, and 4 added. Okay. The number of white tiles, there are 10, 28, 54. So here you have multiplied with the 1, here you have multiplied with the 2, here you have multiplied with the 3. So here you will multiply with the 4, here you will multiply 26 with the 5. So you see, I catch the pattern. Then the number of the total tiles, I just showed you here, 20, 42, 72, 110. And in the next one, it will be 13 multiply 12. And 13 multiply 12 will be 156. It was already given. Okay. He says, find, let me check the answer also. This is question number 8. So our answers are right. He says, find an expression in terms of n for the number of the gray tiles in the pattern. The gray tiles are 10, 14, 18, 22, 26. So here you are adding 4, 4, 4, 4. So the nth term will be a plus d bracket n minus 1, because you are adding a certain number. So it's a arithmetic sequence. I can find the nth term, a plus d bracket n minus 1, where a is the first term of that sequence, d is the common difference. So it will be 10 plus 4 bracket n minus 1. It will be 10 plus 4n minus 4. So this nth term will be 6 plus 4n, or you can say 4n plus 6. 4n plus 6. I hope you understand. Then their question is, pattern X has 110 gray tiles. Find the X. So I know the nth term for the gray tiles, 4n plus 6. So if the pattern is X, so it will be 4x plus 6, and the number of tiles are 110, gray tiles, I mean. So 4x plus 6 equals to 110. So 4x will be equals to 110 minus 6. 4x will be equals to 104. And the x will be equals to 104 divided by 4. And that will be 26. So the x is 26. I hope it's the right answer, sir. Let's check. X is 26. Our answer is right. This is the solution. Okay. E part. Question number 8, E part. By considering the number of the tiles along the outer edge, this is the hint which he is giving you. By considering the number of the tiles along the outer edge of each pattern, show that the total number of the tile in the pattern is this. Okay. So I told you to pay attention to this. Here 5 tiles, 4 tiles, 7 tiles, 6 tiles, 9 tiles, 8 tiles, 11 tiles, 10 tiles. So it is a pattern 4, 6, 8, 10. This is a pattern 5, 7, 9, 11. I will find the nth term of this, I will find the nth term of this, and I will multiply them with each other, and that is the formula for the nth term. Okay. So now you can see I have one in the rows, there are 4, 6, 8, 10. That's the pattern in the number of tiles in the row. So I can find the nth term of this pattern. A plus d bracket n minus 1. The first term is 4. The common difference is 2. So you will have 4 plus 2 bracket n minus 1 bracket close. You will have 4 plus 2n minus 2, and you will have 2n plus 2. So this is the nth term for this pattern. In the rows, the number of the tiles are 5, 7, 9, 11, and then 13. So the common difference here is 2. The first term is 5. So I will apply the formula a plus d bracket n minus 1 bracket close. A is 5, d is 2. So 5 plus 2 bracket n minus 1 bracket close. We will have 5 plus 2n minus 2. So it will be 2n plus 3. So the number of tiles in the rows, the number of tiles in the column, just multiply with each other, you will get the total tiles. So I will multiply the nth term, this nth term with each other, and you will get the total number of the tiles. So 2n plus 2 into 2n plus 3. So you will have 4n squared plus 6n plus 4n plus 6. 4n squared plus 10n plus 6. You see, I have done this with the help of the pattern, and you can also directly find this nth term by using this pattern 20, 42, 72, 110, 156. You know how to find the. I hope in my some video in my many videos I have shown you how to find the nth term of a quadratic sequence, because when you will find the first difference, it will be not same. But when you will find the second difference, it will be same. So when the second difference is same, that means that the sequence is quadratic sequence. And you can find its nth term. In my other videos, you can find how to do this. But here, you can also use that method. But I have done this with the help of I caught the pattern. Hopefully you understand. We have to show this. Okay, so we are good with it. Okay, then we are going to the next part. He says, hence find an expression in terms of n for the number of the white tiles in the pattern. The white tiles are the total number of the tiles minus the gray tiles. So total number of the tiles, nth term is 4n squared plus 10n plus 6, and the gray tiles is nth term is 4n plus 6. From the total tiles, subtract the gray tiles. The rest are the white tiles. So you will have 4n squared plus 10n plus 6 minus 4n minus 6. It will be 4n squared plus 6n. 4n squared plus 6n is the right answer, sir. I hope you understand. Then they say in pattern P, the total number of the tiles is equals to 8 times the number of the gray tiles. The total tiles is equals to 8 times the number of the, they are saying, okay, gray tiles. So total tiles equals to 8 times the gray tiles. The total tiles, this nth term is, that was 4n squared plus 10n plus 6. So because they are saying the pattern is P, so I will say 4p squared plus 10p plus 6 is equals to 8 times of the 4p plus 6. Now it will be 4p squared plus 10p plus 6 equals to 32p plus 48. So you will have 4p squared plus 10p minus 32p plus 6 minus 48 equals to 0. It will be 4p squared minus 22p minus 42 equals to 0. I will take 2 common. So in the bracket, I will be left with 2p squared minus 11p minus 21. So when this 2 will go on the other side, it will divide with the 0 and it will be finished. So you will have 2p squared minus 11p minus 21 equals to 0. I will multiply the extreme terms, and when I will multiply the extreme terms, I'm going to do the midterm breaking. I will get 42. I will write the factors of the 42. They are 1 multiply 42, 2 multiply 21, 3 multiply 14, and 6 multiply 7. Because with the third term, you have this negative sign, so I will write subtract here. So I have to choose that pair, which by subtraction will give me minus 11. So that pair is 3 and 14. When you subtract them, you get 11. You want minus 11? So with 14, I will write negative, and with the 3, I will write positive. So you will have 2p squared plus 3p minus 14p minus 21 equals to 0. So from the first two terms, I'm going to take, I will take that p common. So you have 2p plus 3. From the last two terms, I will take minus 7 common. So 2p plus 3. Now this bracket 2p plus 3 is common. So from here in the other bracket, I will have p. From here, I will have minus 7. So these two brackets, they are multiplying with each other, and their answer is 0. So either the first bracket is 0 or the second bracket is 0. So I will make them 0. 2p plus 3 is equal to 0. So p will be equal to minus 3 by 2. And p minus 7 is equal to 0. So p will be equal to 7. So because the p is the number of pattern that cannot be negative, so p is 7. So p is 7. P is 7. P is 7. So that is the right answer, sir. P is 7 is the right answer. The whole question is showing up on your screen. If you want more time with this, you can pause the video. Okay, so we are going to the next question. That is question number 9. He says, calculate the A part, question number 9A part. Calculate the interior angle of a regular 9-sided polygon. 9-sided polygon. 9-sided polygon. Okay. If you want to find the internal angle of a regular polygon, the formula is famous, and the internal angle is equals to 180 bracket n minus 2 bracket close, whole thing divided by n. So it will be 180 bracket start 9 minus 2 bracket close, whole thing divided by 9. So when you enter this in your calculator, 180 multiplied 7 divided by 9, that will be 140 degree. So the internal angle of a regular 9-sided polygon will be 140. And you can see 140 is the right answer, sir. Okay, so question number 9, and it's a B part. It says A, B, C, D, E is a pentagon. AB is 18 centimeter, BC is 16 centimeter, CD is 11 centimeter, EA is 7 centimeter, angle EAB is 115 degree, angle BDC is 28 degrees. Show that the BE is 21.9 centimeter, correct to 3 significant figures. If you look at this diagram, this side is given, this side is given, the angle between these two sides is given, and this side is question. Okay, so I will apply the law of cosine. So I am going to, it's a 3 marks question. I am going to apply the law of cosine. So here you go. The BE square is equals to, according to the law of cosine, the cosine rule, AE square plus AB square minus 2 multiply AE multiply AB multiply cos 115. Cos of that angle, this angle, its name can be written BAE. So it will be 7 square plus 18 square minus 2 into 7 into 18 into cos 115. So when you enter this in your calculator, it will be 479.4998. Then take square root on both the sides. You will have 21.897. So it is 21.9. 21.9. 21.9 is the right answer, sir. This was what we have to show. This was what we have to show. Okay, so I hope you understand this. We have used the law of cosine rule, I mean. Calculate the angle DBC. This is the second part. They want me to find out the angle. The name of the angle is DBC. DBC. They want me to find out this angle. If you look at this triangle, opposite to 28 is 16. To 28 degrees, the opposite side is 16. And opposite to 11 centimeter is the question. Okay, this angle is question. So this is the classical case for the sine rule. So I'm going to apply the sine rule here. So sine of the CBD divided by 11. is equals to sine of the 28 divided by 16. So I'm going to apply the sine rule. So sine dBc divided by 11 is equals to sine of 28 divided by 16. So sine dBc will be equals to 11 multiplied sine 28 equals to divided by 16 equals to, you will get 0.32276. Then take sine inverse of the 0.32276 and that will be 18.8. So the angle is 18.8. So the angle DBC is 18.8, or you can say 19 degrees. This is the solution. I hope you understand. Then the question is, the perimeter of the pentagon is 62 centimeter. The perimeter of this pentagon is 62. So from 62, if you subtract 7, 18, 16, and 11, you will get this length. Okay. So 62 minus 7 minus 18 minus 16 minus 11, you will get the length of the DE very easily. Then the question is given that the area of the triangle BDE is 109. If you know the area of that triangle, you can find that angle also. Once I know this side, the area of this triangle is also given. And this angle they are asking me to find out, and this angle is obtuse angle. So let me show you. So the perimeter of that pentagon is given, that is 62. So I will find out the length of the DE side. So 7 plus 18 plus 16 plus 11 plus DE is equals to 62. So the 52 plus DE is equals to 62. And so the DE will be 62 minus 52, and that will be 10. So the DE side is 10. Area of the BDE triangle is given. They say it's 109. The area of this triangle is given, and the area of this triangle is 1 by 2 multiply with the BE multiply with the DE and multiply with the sine of this angle BED. I'm going to use this. This is the strategy. Okay, the area of the triangle BDE is 109 centimeter square. So the 1 by 2 into ED into EB into sine of the DEB is equal to 109. So 1 by 2 into 10 into 21.9 into sine of the DEB is equals to 109. So the sine of the DEB will be equals to 2 multiply 109 divided by 219. So that will be 0.9954. So the angle DEB will be equals to the sine inverse of the 0.9954. The angle DEB will be 84.52. You can do, if you see, this angle is acute, but the angle DEB is obtuse. So how you find the obtuse angle? Because whenever you do the sine inverse from a calculator, the calculator always gives you acute angle. It never gives you obtuse angle in the case of sine inverse. So the obtuse angle, if you want to know, you will have to do it manually. So I'm going to do it manually, 180 minus that acute angle. So 180 minus 84.52, and that will be 95.48. 95.48 is that angle, sir. 95.48 is the, or 95.5 is that right answer, sir. So this is how this is done. Let me reduce the size so you can see the whole part together. So we are done with the question number 9. Now we are going to the next question, and that next question is question number 10. And he says, it's A part. He says A, B, C, and D lie on the circumference of a circle center O. Angle AOB is 120 degrees. Angle ADB is X. Angle OBD is Y, and the angle DAO is 2Y. Find X, giving a reason for your answer. If you look at the chord AB, the A and B came to the center of the circle. The angle is 120. The AB chord, its ends went to the circumference, and the angle is X. The angle at the center is 2 times angle at the circumference, subtended by the chord. So the x will be equals to 120 its half, because the x is at the circumference. Angle at the center is 2 times angle at the circumference. So the x will be equals to 120 divided by 2, and that will be 60. So the x will be equals to 160. The reason is angle at the center is 2 times angle at the circumference. So this angle will be how much? 60 degree. 60 degree. Question number 10. So our answer is right. Okay, then in the second part, they say find DAB. They want me to find out this whole angle. This is radius, this is radius. If this angle is, and this angle, they will be equals to each other. Let me call this alpha. And this angle is also alpha. I can find the value of the alpha. And once I know the value of the alpha, then I will be able to find out the value of this angle. And then I will be able to tell the whole angle, okay? So look at here. Alpha plus 120 equals to 180, because this is an isotriangle. So 2 alpha will be equals to 180 minus 120, and the 2 alpha will be equals to 60. Alpha will be equals to 60 divided by 2. Alpha will be 30. So I know this angle is 30, this angle is 30. Now look at here. 60, this is 30 plus y, this is 2y plus 30. And this is a big triangle, ABD, and its sum will be 180. So from there, I can find the value of the y. So the x plus 2y plus alpha plus y plus alpha equals to 180. So x is 60. So plus 2y plus alpha is 30 plus y plus 30 equals to 180. So 3y will be equals to 180 minus 120. So y will be equals to 60 divided by 3. So the y value will be 20. Once I know the value of the y, I can tell you how much is this angle. This angle is 2 multiply the value of the y, 20. Okay. So 2 multiply 20 plus 30. So the DAB angle will be 2y plus 30. That is 2 multiply 20 plus 30. And that will be 40 plus 30. And that will be 70 degree. So the angle DAB is 70 degree. DAB is 70 degree. Our answer is right. Let me reduce the size so you can also look at both the things. You see, I'm using this diagram. I hope you understand what is alpha, how we found the value of the y, then how we found the value of the DAB angle, that was 2y plus alpha. Hopefully you understand. This is that diagram I'm using. Okay, so then he says in the B part, here we have a question. He says find BCD. Where is BCD? BCD. They want this angle. ABCD. ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral. So this angle, these angles are the angles in the opposite segment. So their sum will be equals to 180. Angle BCD plus angle DAB is equals to 180. The angles in the opposite segment are supplementary. That's the reason I have not written here, but you can write. BCD plus angle DAB is equals to 180. The angles in the opposite segment are supplementary. So the BCD plus 70 equals to 180. So the BCD will be equals to 180 minus 70. BCD angle will be 110. So the BCD angle is 110. 110 is the right answer, sir. This is how this is done. You can see this angle and this angle, they are angles in the opposite segment. You call it cyclic quadrilateral. Okay, now we are going to the next part, which is the B part of this question number. I think this was question number 10. Yeah. Okay. He says the sector OAB has a radius r plus 4 and its area is the same as the area of a circle of radius r. Okay. So the area of this sector will be the formula for the area of the sector is theta by 360 pi r square. Okay. Its r is r plus 4 basically. So basically they are asking me the area of the sector is equals to the area of the circle. So area of the sector will be, its angle was 120 at the center. So 120 divided by 360 multiplied pi, and its radius is r plus 4. So r plus 4 whole square is equals to area of the circle whose radius is r is pi r square. Pi and pi is cancelled. 120 and 360, when you simplify them, it is 1 by 3. So I can take this 3 to the other side. So I will open r plus 4 whole square. It is a plus b whole square. A square plus 2ab plus b square. It will be r square plus 8r plus 16 equals to 3r square. So 3r square, I will take all of them to the other side. So 3r square minus r square minus 8r minus 16 equals to 0. 2r square minus 8r minus 16 equals to 0. Take 2 common. So r square minus 4r minus 8 is equals to 0. So this was the equation which you have to show. When this 2 will go on the other side, it will divide with the 0, it will become 0. Hopefully you understand. Then they say calculate the value of the r. So we will solve that equation. We have this equation. R square minus 4r minus 8 equals to 0. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply the quadratic formula. So this is my equation, r square minus 4r minus 8. A value is 1, B value is minus 4, C value is minus 8. So I'm going to write the quadratic formula. So r will be equals to minus b plus minus, and square root, and under the square root you have b square minus 4ac, and the whole thing divided by 2a. Substitute the value of the a, b, and c, and then do the calculations. And at the end, you will have r is equals to 5.46 and r is equals to minus 1.46. Because this is negative value, the radius value cannot be negative. The radius value is positive, so the r value will be 5.46. I hope I don't have to explain this calculation here. Radius is from 5.46 to 5.47. This is how we have done this. So we are on the question number 11. He says 80 people were each asked how much they spent on clothes last month. The results are summarized. So here we have the amount they have spent and its frequency from 0 to $20, and it says 3, and from 20 to 40, 8, and from 40 to 60, 14, 60 to 80, 21, 80 to 100, 18, 100 to 129 people, and 120 to 140, 5 people, 140 to $160, 2 people. Calculate an estimate of the mean amount spent on the clothes last month. It's a 3 marks question. You see here we have the classes. You can find their mid values, that will be called x. Then you multiply that x with the frequency and they get fx. The mean is summation fx divided by summation f. This is the strategy. How you find the mid values? You add these boundaries of the class. You find their sum, then you divide it with the sum. Divide that sum with the 2. So here we go. So here we have the mid value for this class is 10, for this is 30, for this is 50, for this class it is 70, for this class it is 90, for this class it is 110, for this class it is 130, for this class it is 150. So these are the x values, mid values. Multiply them with the frequency. So 10 multiplied 3, that's 30. 30 multiplied 8, that's 240. 50 multiplied 14, that is 700. 70 multiplied 21, that is 1470. 90 multiplied 18, that is 1620. 110 multiplied 9, that's 990. 130 multiplied 5, that is 650. 150 multiplied 2, that is 300. You know the mean, the formula for the mean is summation fx divided by summation f. You add up this fx. So 30 plus 240 plus 700 plus 1470 plus 1620 plus 990 plus 650 plus 300. That is 6000. Divided by the summation f. You add up all these frequencies. When you add 3 plus 8 plus 14 plus 21 plus 18 plus 9 plus 5 plus 2, that will be 80. So 6,000 divided by 80, and that will be 75. So the mean is 75. Let me check. So my dear students, the mean is 75. So that is the right answer. This is how this is done. I hope you know how to find the mean. Okay, then we are going to the next part. That is question number 11. It's B part. He says complete the cumulative frequency table below. Okay, so the cumulative, you add up the frequencies, 3 plus 8, that is 11, 11 plus 14, and you continue adding the frequencies. So it will be 3, 11, 25, 46, 64, 73, 78, and 80. You know from where it is coming? I am adding up the frequencies. Okay, so keep on adding the frequency. This is called the cumulative frequency. On the upper boundary of each class, this cumulative frequency is drawn on that cumulative frequency for cumulative frequency curve. On the grid opposite, draw cumulative frequency curve to represent this data. So this is that data. This is the class. This will be on the x-axis, and this is the cumulative frequency. This will be on the y-axis. So you see here I have those upper boundaries. Here we have that cumulative frequency. I plotted this point, 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 and this point. And then I join them with a smooth curve. That is the typical cumulative frequency curve. I hope you understand how we plot them. If you have a hard copy of this paper, please plot that, and you will understand this is not that difficult. So basically, I'm plotting these points 20, that's on 20, 3, 40, 11, 60, 25, 80, 46, 100, 64, 120, 73, 140, 78, 160, 80. So just plotted those points and join them like this. Okay, then they asked me to use your graph to estimate the median. Now you see the total cumulative here is 80. So what I will do, I will find the 50% of that 80, and that is 40. So from my graph, I will check on the y-axis 40. From there, I will go to the graph, cumulative frequency curve. When it intersects the cumulative frequency curve, I will check what is the value on the x-axis. That is called Q2, second quartile. That is the median. And that second quartile is 70 something. And I have noted down that from the graph, I'm telling you it is 74. Then he says, use your graph to estimate the interquartile range. So for interquartile range, I need to know the upper quartile and the lower quartile. And upper quartile is called the third quartile, and the lower quartile is also called the first quartile. For the third quartile, I will find the 75% of the cumulative. So 75 multiplied 80, that is 60. So on my graph, I will check where is the 60. From there, I will go to my graph. When it cuts the cumulative frequency curve, I will check what is the x value under that point. That is called Q3. That is 94. Then I will take 25% of the 80. That is 20. So on my on the y-axis, I will see where is the 20. From there, I will go to the cumulative frequency curve. When it intersects the cumulative frequency curve, then I check what is the x value under that point. That is called Q1. That is 50 something, I think. It is 54. The interquartile range is Q3 minus Q1. Q3 is 94 and the Q1 is 54. So 94 minus 54, that will be 40. 40. This is the answer. He says 36 to 44. Okay. Then on the then we have that E part. We are done with this part. Okay. Now we are here, E part. He says the number of people who spent more than $85 last month is the same as the number of the people who spent K dollars and $85, between K dollars and $85. So you see, this is a very tricky sentence. So given that k is less than 85, use your graph to estimate the value of the k. First of all, I'll find this thing, that more than 85, how many people? Then same people below the people who use $85, I will find the value of the k. Very easy strategy. Let me show you. From here, I will go to the graph, check what is the value here. This value from 85, I will go up to the cumulative frequency curve and check what is the y value is 54, sorry, 52. From these are the people who spent more than 85. So they are 80 minus 52, 80 minus 28. So from this value, I will come 28 down, and that will be 24. From 24, I will go here and check what is the value of x here. It is 50 something, 59, yes. So it is 59. The k value is 59. It's a very tricky sentence. Okay, it's a tricky sentence. Okay. This was the 85. I went there, then check what is the value here. Then I check how much is this, more than $85. This is 20. It was 20, I think, 28, yeah. So from 52, I come 28 down. And then what? This was 24. From here, I come here, check what is the value of the x here. That is the k value. Tricky. It's a tricky question. Yeah. It's not easy. These sentences are not easy. But this is how you do it. I hope you understand. Let's check. It says it is from 54 to 69. My answer is 59, which is in this range. Okay, hopefully you understand. So we are going to the next part. Okay, next is question number 12. He says question number 12A part. He says ABC is a triangle, and B and D are the points on opposite side of the line AC. The B is already here. The D is here somewhere, opposite, where the B is opposite to that. Okay. B and D are the points on the opposite side of the line AC. The DA is 9 centimeter and the CD is 7 centimeter. Now, from A, the distance of the D is 9, and from C, the distance is 7. So I will open my compass, and I will open my compass 9 centimeter. I will take A center and I will draw this arc of radius 9 centimeter. Then I will open my compass 7 centimeter. I will take C center and I will draw an arc of radius 7 centimeter. Where these two arcs will intersect each other, that is the point D. I will join this point with the A and I will join this point with the C. This is how you will find the D. I hope you understand. So this is question number 12. The marking scheme is showing up on your screen. Then he says, accurately draw and label the point D. We have done this. They are saying measure. Look at this wording. He says measure. Measure means to measure, means to use the instruments. Measure the angle DAB. So we have to use the protractor and measure the angle DAB. So basically they are asking me to measure this whole angle. Okay. So when I will measure that angle, that will be 45 degrees. They say it's from 44 to 48. I have measured this angle, that is 45 degrees. Okay. Measure the shortest distance from B to AC. It's a little tricky thing. From B to AC. From B to AC. The shortest distance is the line coming from the B, which is perpendicular to the AC. How you draw perpendicular from B onto the line AC? I put my compass here, open it enough, and I draw this arc. Can you see this arc? Let me show you. I hope you can see this arc. Let me increase the size. Yeah. I open my compass enough. I take B as the center. I draw this arc. These arcs intersect here and here. Then I put my compass here and I draw arc here. I put my compass here, draw an arc here. I join this point with this. So this is the perpendicular coming from B onto the AC line. I check how much is this length from this much. This is the perpendicular, the shortest distance between the B and the AC. I hope you understand. You can measure this with the help of a set square also. Is the perpendicular distance between the B and the AC. B is the point, AC is the line. That is 3 centimeter. I have measured it. It's 3 centimeter. It says it's from 2.9 to 3.1. So our answer is right. Okay, then they say work out the area of the triangle ABC. So if you want to know the area of the triangle ABC, very simple. You measure how much is the AC. You know the height. 1/2 into base into height is the formula for the area of the triangle. So the area of the triangle will be 1/2 into the base into the height, and the base AC line is 13.5 centimeter and the height is 3 centimeter, the perpendicular from B to onto the AC line. So 1/2 multiply 13.5 multiply 3, and that is 40.5 divided by 2, and that is 20.25 centimeter square. 20.25. 20.25. So our answer is in this range. That is the right answer, sir. Okay. Here we have another. So we are going to the next part. That is question number 12, and it's B part. He says, here we have a PQRS. If you pay attention, this is an acute angle. And this is also an acute angle. This is an obtuse angle. This angle is obtuse angle. This is an accurate diagram of the quadrilateral PQRS. Give a reason why it is not possible for P, Q, R, and S to be points on the circumference of a circle. You see, if all these 4 points are on the circumference of a circle, then it will be a cyclic quadrilateral. And in the case of a cyclic quadrilateral, the angles, the sum of the angles in the opposite segments is 180. So angle S is obtuse, and angle Q is also obtuse. So their sum cannot be 180. Okay. If the two angles you are adding, each angle is more than 90, if you add them, their sum will be more than 180. So their sum will be not 180. So angle S and the Q, they both are obtuse angle. So their sum will be not 180 degree. Their sum will be more than 180 degree. Okay, angle P and R, they are acute and their sum will be not 180. The sum of two acute angles cannot be 180. So they are not the angle, they are not, this is not a cyclic quadrilateral. The angle P plus R is not 180. Angle S plus Q is not 180. P and R both are acute and S and Q both are obtuse. So this is not. They are not on the circumference of a circle. Okay. Then they ask us a question. He says T is a point inside the PQRS such that first portion is first locus they are going to tell us is more than 6 centimeter from R. So if you have a distance from a point, you always draw a circle. So I will open my compass 6 centimeter and I will draw a circle of 6 centimeter on R. So you can see I have drawn this circle of 6 centimeter on R. Okay. Then he says nearer to R than P. This means the perpendicular bisector of the RP. So where is the RP? This is the RP. I will open my compass more than half of the length of the RP. I will put my compass on R. I will draw an arc here and one arc here. Then I will keep the compass same and I will put the compass needle here on P. And I will draw this arc and I will draw this arc where these two arcs meet, where these two arcs intersect each other. I will join them. So this black line is the perpendicular bisector of the PR. Okay. Then he says you have to remain nearer to R than P. So you have to remain towards R. Okay. Then he says nearer to PQ than the QR. So here we have the, here you have to draw the angle bisector of that common vertex, which is Q here. So I will draw the angle bisector of the Q. How you draw it? PQR. I put my compass here. I draw an arc on this arm. I will draw an arc on this arm of that angle. Then I put my compass here, draw an arc here, put my compass here, draw an arc here. Join where these arcs intersect each other, join it with this Q and prolong it. This is the angle bisector. If you remain this here, you are nearer to the QR. If you remain here, you are nearer to the QP. But they said you have to remain nearer to the PQ. Okay. It says constructs and shade the region within which the T lies. So it is more than 6 centimeter. You have to remain outside this circle. And then he says nearer to R than P, you have to remain below this line. And nearer to PQ, on this angle bisector, you have to remain above this angle bisector, nearer to PQ. So this portion will be shaded. I hope you can see this portion which I have shaded. You have to remain inside the quadrilateral. You have to remain outside that circle. You have to remain near the R. You have to remain near the PQ. So this thing will be shaded. Then he says, find the maximum possible length of the RT. From R, I will check where is the maximum distance. Okay. So I've done that. That is 8 centimeter. I will hit and trial. From R, I will check what is the distance here, 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 what is the distance here. I have to check R and into that shaded region. So wherever is maximum distance, I will note that down. That is 8 centimeter. Okay. I've done that. Hopefully you understand. So our answer is right. We are done with this paper. This is how it is done. Let me reduce the size so you can see the whole thing in a single. So the solution of this paper is complete. There were 12 questions in this paper. So my dear students, today we have solved. So today we have solved May-June 2017 to 1 paper. The code for this subject is 402421 May-June 17. And this paper was of 2 hours and 30 minutes. And this paper 2 belongs from the zone 1. And in this video, I have presented you the solution of this paper to best of my abilities, to best of my knowledge, with all my sincere efforts. If I have made some error, please forgive it, because I am a human being. This is possible that I might say something wrong or I might have written something wrong. But I'm trying my best to do it in the best way. If you find this video useful, if you think that this video can be beneficial for your class fellows, for your junior students, for your teachers, please share the link of this video with them. Share the link of this video on your WhatsApp groups, on your Facebook groups, on your Twitter, on your X, on your Instagram, on your TikTok. When you do this, this helps me to promote my channel. Thank you very much for watching this video and following my channel. Please also subscribe my channel. And it's a great blessing for me that I can make these videos and I can make the life of so many students around the globe easier. By watching these videos, by sitting at their home, they can easily practice these papers. And this is, of course, very helpful for you, for your parents, and for your teachers, the school teacher also. So thank you very much. Have a good day. God bless you all.